Let me start off the video by saying that this whole entire video is based off of obviously the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 trailer, and I don't know why, but I feel like I should say this, that I did pull these pictures off the trailer from another channel. So I mean I kinda have to give you the name of the channel at least. Not because of copyright reasons, just because like I guess I'd feel, I don't know, I guess his photo appears on the top right of the fucking screen, so, I mean, I would just feel awkward, so I'm just gonna put the name right fucking here, and, yeah, let's start this fucking review of the trailer. So first photo we have here is we are going down the hallway that we did in the second game, and, well, maybe not the same exact hallway, obviously, well, we don't know, but from the looks of it, we have these photos of that pictures of fucking kids drew. The ones on white paper look like ones kids drew. One looks really weird, the one circled, obviously. With Bonnie having black eyes with white dots, I mean, does that mean that, the theory is that the kids that died possess these animatronics, and, are they able to activate during the day? And if so, is this what one of the kids saw? And if so, then why the fuck did the parents not like go like what the hell? And the ones I'm not gonna circle them, just the ones that are colored in, more colored in. I'm wondering if those were made by kids too, or if they were made by the actual restaurant. If they're made by the actual restaurant, I don't know, that just looks kind of ugly. Well, then again, the whole entire wall is full of, like, fucking wires, so obviously it's been abandoned for a few years. But, like, originally, it just does not look good. To be honest, it's not best for business. Next, we have this text saying that he will come back. So, obviously, he's been at this place before. He's made an appearance there. Maybe we've even seen him before, depending on when this has actually happened. The last game happened before the first game. Obviously, if you're really gonna reject it, you're fucking stupid. Sorry, you're just stupid. But the first game is obviously after the second game. So is this going to be after the first game, or is it going to be before the second game? Or is it going to be somewhere in between, which would be really, I guess, odd. But I guess we'll have to see. Next, we have a cut to a hallway that actually the walls kind of look like, with exception of the actual photos. Actually looks like the hall from the first game. I mean, if you play the Gmod map of it, no, maybe, you can't really tell. Maybe, well, then again, it could be a whole entire different fucking restaurant. So, yeah. Another thing is that I wanted to point out, at the end of the hallway, there is that arcade machine, which obviously means it has to be somewhat advanced, or maybe that arcade will even play a role in the actual game. I mean, who knows? I mean, we had a fucking wind-up box in the last game that was a big fucking part of it, so maybe that thing will be a part of it, but then again, I could just be rambling on about nothing, and it could turn out that it's just there for being there. Next thing we have here is that he always does, and I'm assuming they mean that, he's back when they said he's back, which leads me to kind of speculate if they're talking about the murderer, which they most likely are, but this thing they're about to show us, maybe not next, but they're about to show us, does not look anything human. So it would be really odd if this specific animatronic keeps on coming back. Or maybe they're talking about the actual spirit. Maybe someone killed the killer, and the killer's spirit went into a fucking animatronic. Who knows? I mean, if kids fucking spirits can go into an animatronic, why can't the killers? Maybe the animatronics eventually did get the killer, but the killer eventually came back inside the form of an animatronic. And next we have the old crew back. We have Bonnie, Chica, and Freddy. And you have Bonnie looking at you, obviously. I mean, at this point you should know they're going to be alive, at least on this. So yeah, this insinuates that maybe, since they look like they're lined up on a stage, that the toy animatronics are gone. Maybe not, like, fully gone, but, at least not a main part of the show anymore. Obviously not a part of the show at all anymore. So, yes. This is obviously some time different than the second game. So yeah. Next we have a text that says we have a place for him. Now obviously we don't really know who he is. Maybe it's talking about the staff, but I digress. We have a place for him. Basically saying that they have him caged up somewhere, that basically they know that he's there, that they know he can get loose, yet they still keep him there for some whatever reason. So it does kind of confuse me why they would know they would have an animatronic that can cause harm to people, or can't be around people, but yet they still keep him in the building. Maybe they'll be answered in further fucking trailers, or maybe in the game. And now we have our first look at what looks like, you can't really see it because it's not in motion, but kind of a spasmic animatronic. Not really able to control itself, really. Seems to be fidgeting, seems to have its wires destroyed or some shit. And the first time we see him, he seems to be in kind of the golden Freddy position a bit, just with the knees up, but not the hands like dead, but just more like down. But yes, I've been taking a look at this. I can't really understand what the fuck it's really supposed to be. Because usually the animatronics are like fucking representing animals, but I can't really understand what this is. Maybe it's a bunny. Maybe this is a golden version of Bonnie. It could be. I'm just saying that because of the ears. Well, that would make kind of sense because Scott says that he's had nightmares about Bonnie, so obviously in any way that he finds him the most scariest. So yeah, I guess it would be kind of understandable why he would make a golden version of the animatronic he himself finds the scariest. Next we have nothing really much to say, just Five Nights at Freddy's. Fucking name of the game you're gonna play eventually. Next we have what seems to be the main office that we are going to be spending definitely hours on hours in, due to obviously custom nights and you know. But yeah, we have what seems to be a big window in front of us, which I'm assuming is going to have animatronics in it. And now there's two sides, and we're about to turn to the left, but on the right, I'm just wondering if there's a door or anything there, really. Or if that part of the thing will play a role in anything. But yeah, also we have Bonnie, Chica, and Freddy. I don't know why I keep on saying those in that order, but yeah. On the desk, I'm wondering if those are just rewards and they just put those in there just to test them out, and they accidentally left them in for the trailer. But maybe those are the rewards for the custom nights. Who knows? So yeah. And now we have our first look at, fully first look, lit up look of this animatronic. I'm gonna call him Goldie. I don't know why. I just want to call him Goldie. So we have our first look at Goldie. And yes, he does resemble a bunny, kind of. He does represent the bunny, kind of. I guess we have to have a side-by-side comparison with Bonnie, but I'm too lazy to fucking do that. But some other things I wanted to point out. If you look to your left there, obviously you kind of see, you see the shape of the marionette mask. I mean, kind of. Definitely a different version. I don't know why. I just feel like that looks like the shape of the marionette mask, but definitely a different version of it. Maybe a version with movable jaw that they wanted to add into the new restaurant, if this is new, which doesn't fucking look like it, but yeah. And maybe I have a little theory that I want to present, that maybe this animatronic is being controlled by the marionette, but then again it kind of contradicts itself, because if it was being controlled by the marionettes, that would make no sense, because if they're really from the ghost of the kids and the killer, I don't know why the kid would want to help the killer. Or maybe the kid's actually coming to save you. Would be kind of interesting if this animatronic is trying to save you from this fucking other animatronic. But I really extremely doubt it. And next we have what seems to be, if he moves to the left, kind of. And you can kind of see the the new, like, the toy version of the animatronics heads that we did see in the teaser picture. So that is very interesting. Maybe use those heads kind of to trick the other animatronics, including this one. Maybe the animatronics react. Like, you have to, if Bonnie comes in your room, you have to put on Toy Bonnie, and it's just like, okay, well then again, that might get a little bit, he might get a little bit pissed off then, like, what the fuck, dude, I'm being replaced. Or maybe he has to put on a different other head, so like, Bonnie comes in, you have to put it in Freddy's head. If Chica comes in, you have to put on Bonnie's head. But yeah, it could just be there for decoration, and I could just be overanalyzing. Another thing that I wanted to point out is that Goldie actually kind of, if you look into his eyes, he has human-like eyes, but I don't know why. I just feel like that this is the thing that if the animatronics did kill her, that the killer got stuffed into this, which I know, or at least the skull of the killer got stuffed into this. I don't know why. I just feel like that this is the animatronic the killer possessed. Because if anyone else really possessed them, then why would they want to kill you? So yes, and obviously you saw the marionette-looking thing where there's drawing its eye out. I mean, drawing its mouth. And actually, if this kind of comes all back around, if you look right onto the window, onto the glass, you can see the photo that was in, or at least the drawing that was in the hallway in the beginning. So maybe you kind of just put that in there as the Easter egg to see if anyone actually got it. Well, you know, this guy fucking got it, so I'm fucking awesome, and fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Just fuck you. So thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, I don't usually do this kind of wrap up at the end. I guess that's kind of weird. It's not me, but I just wanted to thank you guys for the 2,000 subscribers. We're going to 3,000, and I don't know, by this looks kind of like that we might hit the 10,000 mark. But I digress, and we get back to the main subject. What do you think of my review? What do you think of this type of first video analysis that I made? What do you think of the editing? Just give me basically a critical review of this video, because I really want to hear the feedback, and I want to improve on it. And mind you, I made this in Windows Movie Maker, so I'm not sure if that's really the best program, and I want to find a program that I don't have to pay for, because, you know, I'm a kid, or at least a teenager, and I don't have a job yet, so I don't feel like fucking paying for anything. Yeah. So please just tell me what you thought of this video. And what did you think of the actual trailer? What did you think? What do you have your own little theory on it? Who do you think is possessing this fucking animatronic? I personally think the killer, as you can tell from my review of it. But yeah, please just give me your personal things down there, and tell me. I know some of the people that make the type of people that make fan fictions and shit like that. I know you guys watch me, or at least I assume. I couldn't just be a fucking dumbass and no one could watch me fucking fun. Tell me, are you going to make fan fiction on Goldie? Just tell me. It'll be really funny if, like, the fucking Five Nights at Freddy's community dubs this fucking animatronic name Goldie just because I call it Goldie and you guys fucking spread it. Fucking do it. Do it. Fucking spread it. Spread it. Goldie. Then again, fan fictions already have Golden Freddy named Goldie, so yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, have a nice fucking day.